Well, The Amazing Race on CBS is celebrating its silver anniversary. Hard to believe. Yeah. 8 teams of 2 embark on a race around the world in the show's 25th season beginning tomorrow night.
11 teams.
What did I say?
I think 8. 11. I think it's 11 teams. Well, right. It doesn't really matter, but
it does matter.
2 graduate students in food science from UW-Madison are on the show this season. Amy DeJong and Maya Warren had the time of their life, but they can't really talk about it yet.
So why did you decide to audition?
It was actually Maya's idea. We were sitting in the office one day, and she was talking about the premiere was coming up, and I started asking about it, like, oh yeah, I watched that show a long time ago, all this sorts of stuff, and we noticed there was an open call in Chicago a few weeks later. She was running the Chicago Marathon that weekend, so we're already going to be there.
We stood outside for like 4 hours,
in the middle of the night,
waiting for the doors to open, and we got a 1-minute shot. They said we went in, we got mic'd and got our name tags, and 1-minute shot at why you should go on The Amazing Race, basically. But they didn't even ask a question. They just said start and stop, and we just babbled. And then we walked away, and we were like, oh my gosh, that just happened. And it did, it just happened. And we left, and eventually we got a phone call back.
Neither of us remember what we said.
we were like, what did we say? So we wrote a little skit that we sort of tried to follow the best we could. We at first had on lab coats and goggles because we're both getting our PhDs. I research ice cream and Amy researches candy. And we were sort of like nerdy scientists in the beginning. And then we took off our lab coats and our goggles, and we're sort of kind of like cool people like we are now.
We were just normal. I don't know. It was funny.
It was fun.
She kept being like, are you guys ready? And we were like, yeah, I got it.
We were like, yeah.
So what went through your mind when you got that call that you made it?
How our faces are now.
I think, what did we just get ourselves into? I'm still asking myself, what did we just get ourselves into? But it's exciting. I mean, it was a blast.
It was a thrill. We got it in March, letting us know that Amy and Maya, like, you're going on The Amazing Race, and we're like, oh my gosh. And Amy's like, oh. And I'm like freaking out. I'm like moving all around like a crazy person. Because it was just sort of kind of like, oh yeah, we should try out. This will be really fun. Never thinking that we would actually fully make it on the show. I knew we'd make it to finals because we have really fun personalities and we stand out just because of what we do.
Most people don't think studying candy and ice cream is a real occupation. So that was something unique. They've never had scientists before. They've never had female scientists before. It was just a different casting than they had done before.
Well, it's one thing to be friends and to know that you click as friends, but then to go on a race like this, how did it test your friendship?
I mean, for the most part, both of us are pretty level-headed, and we've known each other for 6 years, and we know, like, sort of kind of like what things, like, tick each other off, and we definitely didn't, like, do those things purposely on the race, because that just aggravates and I don't think we did.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Better friends because of the race?
Oh, definitely.
I mean, in Madison, we spend most of our time in this building, in the basement of this building, and the race was an opportunity for us to just do something outside of lab, to focus on something that wasn't a research, wasn't related to food science, just to really have fun. So I think we learned a lot about each other.
Would you do it again?
Oh, in a heartbeat. Oh my gosh, if we got a call, well, maybe not today, because I gotta finish this degree.
Yeah, I gotta graduate someday.
But if they said, like, hey, Maya, you all want to come back, do another round? Like, yes, definitely.
They do All-Stars?
They do All-Stars. So we're definitely.
I would go back.
Totally go back. It was a lot of fun.
It was amazing, right?
It was beyond amazing. Like, seriously, it was a thrill. Opportunity of a lifetime.
Go.
The Amazing Race airs on Fridays this season instead of on Sunday nights. So the 25th season begins at 7 o'clock tomorrow night right here on WISC TV.
Fingers crossed.
It's so much more fun to have somebody in the race that you're cheering for.
And the last time we had a Madison couple on, they won the whole thing.
They won the whole enchilada. So good luck, girls. We can't wait to see you.